Okay, this is Religious Studies 332, World Religions and Global Issues. I'm Tom Parker.
I'm Daniel Weidlinger.
And I'm Sarah Pike.
And this is our report out for the third and final week of the e-learning academy. That's
right. And the first question we are answering is, what do you know now that you didn't know 3 weeks ago?
Well, I learned that that's Tom Parker and that's Sarah Pike. No, I didn't know them already.
Good job, Daniel.
We learned that one of the things that we were very excited about was all of the open source material, especially through Merlot and other programs. That there's a wealth of items available on the internet for free that people can use, and with the rising cost of tuition, there's no better time than now to use these kinds of resources. And also, because the resources are web-based, they're very rich. They usually have live links to video and audio and pictures of the various things we're interested in. Especially in a course like this, it's going to deal with world religions and current events. What could be better for having as much internet-based stuff as possible? So we're very excited about using that, and again, none of us had any idea how much stuff is out there. Another thing that we're all interested in is, again, the degree to which the Web 2.0 things like Wigio and Digo are interactive, how much stuff students themselves can post there and use. So we're very excited about the interactivity of these kinds of...
Right, for increasing student engagement in the class.
And also, we learned a lot about iPads and the potential of iPads for teaching and for professional activities. So there's so much more out there for iPads than I could ever have imagined.
All right, good. So what are we adding, what technologies are we adding that we hadn't considered before?
Well, we're going to be adding Google Sites for our student group project. And that's something that I had heard about, and I knew that we had access to that, but didn't really know how it would work in our class, so we have some really good ideas about that. We're also planning to use Second Life for an optional student project and experiment with that when we roll our course out in the spring.
And I'm thinking of perhaps next summer, so I'm teaching an online course using Digo, integrating that into my class. So.
And also for students' field trips, we're going to use a teleporter, which will enable them to just go. I know, because we wanted to go, but it's hard to find the time.
Well, are we going to get to use the teleporter?
You know, we and the students will teleport to China, to Thailand, India, places like that. So that'll be a really
good teleportation.
Yeah, thank you for introducing us to that technology.
Yeah,
we appreciate it. Teleporters, yes.
Okay, question number 3. What are we most concerned about as we move forward?
Well, one of our biggest concerns is the amount of time and energy it's going to take to get the class up and running. I think in terms of our increased workload, increased numbers of students in our classes already, that it's daunting to imagine how much time this is going to take. So I think there's some workload issues involved with just constructing the class and getting it going.
I think we're also concerned about learning curve, which is actually connected with workload. Learning curve, not just for us, because we've been in this academy, so we've already started that, but for the students. You know, with whatever technologies we incorporate, you know, it takes time, they get frustrated, we have to deal with it, so that's a concern.
Right, and I'm certainly, rather we are concerned also that there is the possibility of the technology overtaking the content. To use an example, it's kind of well understood that Hollywood has suffered because people focus too much on using the special effects, right, and all the stuff computers can do, at the expense of a really good story, and that's kind of the analogous idea of the content. There is a danger that that could suffer because we get overexcited about using the technology, so that's certainly a concern as well.
Well said.
Great analogy.
You were also a little bit concerned that with increased student-to-student engagement online, that the sage on the stage gets marginalized to a certain extent.
That's right, that the interactivity is great, but if students get too involved with only listening to each other, and there's not the physical presence, well, we're going to have class sessions as well, so
it's a hybrid.
But still, there is the danger that you know, they would listen to each other a little too much, and of course they don't know the topic already.
Right.
And they might come with wrong ideas that just get strengthened as they spiral through each other's comments.
Okay, on to what are we most excited about as we start to integrate all this stuff.
Well, I'm excited about the opportunity to be creative using all these new technologies. I mean, that part of it seems really fun, and I'm looking forward to engaging the students in multimedia activities and projects that are going to be fun for them and for us.
Yeah, and increased student interaction and engagement in the course material in new ways that we don't really know what they'll produce. So, it's exciting.
Absolutely. There's a lot of great stuff going on.
Yeah.
And we'd really like to thank the team at TLP who ran this. It was absolutely
Yes.
wonderful. We learned a lot. They worked hard. Everything was well arranged. And of course the deans and the provost for supporting this. We're really appreciative of it, and we really enjoyed it.
Yes,
So
thank you
thanks.
very much.
Thank you, everybody. Yes.
Okay.